everybody, Paul Appleby here. I thought I'd do a very quick video to look at the equipment I'm going to be using for the partial solar eclipse on the 20th of March in the morning, which is visible through most of the UK. Clearly further north you get, it's going to be more closer to totality. Totality is where the moon completely obscures the sun. It's one of those freaks of nature that the diameter of the moon is exactly the right size to perfectly obscure the sun during an eclipse. Not something that happens on other planets for other moons. So the equipment I'm going to use for doing that, camera wise and lens wise, so this is the Bigma, the Sigma. It's a, if you can see that, it's a 150 to 500 mil lens. So it's a very big lens. It has image stabilization on. That's the cover, and when you actually zoom it, it's one heck of a size. So that's one of the lenses, so I can get quite a nice 500 mil crop of the eclipse. I don't think we'll get any filaments because it's not totality. I was very lucky about 10 years ago, well 9 years ago, to go to Turkey to see the solar eclipse that happened in 2005. Fantastic experience. The only sad thing is that my hard drive that had all my images on back from then corrupted, and I lost them all. So I am, in the next couple of years, hopefully going to get to see another full eclipse at some time. And that was fantastic. I had a great few days with the wife, convinced her it was a great thing to come into astrophotography, and 10 years later I'm still trying to persuade her. So okay, so that's the big lens. The smaller lens, to get more of a, if you like, things in the foreground to give it a more interesting shot. You can also, I'm also going to use my other longer lens, which is a 24 to 105. So they're the two lenses, and obviously my Canon 5D Mark III. They're pretty much the equipment. You'll also see that down here we have a weird Sputnik type device. This is the most essential thing that I will take with me. This is a proper solar filter. Now, even at totality, the recommendation by all the professionals and opticians and anyone who has anything to do with this sort of thing is that you do not look directly at it, first of all. You absolutely don't point a lens at it when this is the sun, even with a partial eclipse. You do not point a lens at it and look through it for two reasons. One is the sun is a very bright image, even at totality. So you do need a special solar filter to record it. This will cut down a heck of a lot of the light. You may have a 10-stop filter, you might perhaps have that. It's recommended you don't even use that for this. Welding glass, people do sometimes use a welding glass, which is sort of the equivalent of anything between a 15 and a 20-stop filter. I can't speak about them. All I can tell you is, me personally, I'd recommend you get one of these filters that goes on the front of the lens, like so. I've got a big one for this one is for here. It goes on like so. It's, you can't see anything through it if you look at it. I don't know if we can shine a light. It's going to be off camera. Okay, so that's a bright light, as you can see here, and if you can see this bright light, you cannot see anything through it, but with the sun you can. So that is what we use. You can also actually buy this sort of aluminium-y looking stuff as big sheets and make your own. Just so happens I have a specific one which is obviously designed for up to a 77mm lens, and this is the one I took back in 2005 with me. Actually, the truth of it is, I was actually given this by one of the other photographers, the astrophotographers who was there, and it was very kind of him, and I don't remember his name, but if you see this by some weird chance, I've still got it. Thank you very much indeed. So that was my quick video. Any questions, fire them through the website or through the Facebook page, and please be safe, please use the right filter. don't look directly at the sun, but it's a fantastic, absolutely fantastic experience. There's one other thing you can do if you search pinhole cameras. This is another way you can look at the eclipse and watch the totality. Back in October last year, I was in California and they had a partial eclipse there, and I didn't have any of my filters or anything like this with me, so I just got a card, put a hole in it with a pen, and actually put it up to the window, then held another card about a foot away from it, and it projected a image of the sun onto the other card through the hole. Pinhole camera technique. It was inverted, of course, but you could see that, and you could see the chunk, the bit cut out of it. It was only, I think, about a 60% coverage at that time. The other thing you want to watch for is when it's at its closest to fully covering the sun, have a look at shadows. Shadows are quite amazing. I'll see if I can cut into this a few pictures of what I mean, but you look at the shadows. If the sun is shining, obviously you won't see it otherwise, the shadows will take on almost crescent shaped crescent shapes. There's no other way to describe it, mirroring what the actual shape of the sun is. It's quite fascinating. Or some people will hold a colander up, you know, a metal strainer with holes in it, and you'll see all of these little suns projected, or it almost looks like an image projected onto the path or the card or the wall or whatever you're holding it up against. And that's a very safe way to watch it. As I say, I'll try and cut into the video and do that. Good. Anyway, I'm waffling on now, so please be safe, enjoy it. Looking forward to your images. If you post some to the Facebook page, be delighted of the ones that you capture. Fingers crossed for the weather, and stay safe, guys. Cheers.